Hey, and thanks for tuning into FactSphere. Malaysia is one of Asia's hidden gems. The country is often overlooked, it lacks the economic prestige of its neighbor and former state Singapore, and it isn't a renowned tourism destination like two of its other neighbors, Thailand and Indonesia. But take a closer look and you will find a country with a rich history, fascinating people, and delicious food. Here are 10 facts you didn't know about Malaysia. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel FactSphere, and click the bell icon to get notification of every latest video update. Number 10. It's one of the most diverse countries in Asia. About half of Malaysia's 31 million people are ethnically Malay. According to the latest figures from the CIA, Chinese people make up about 23% of the population and Indian people about 7%. Another 12% is comprised of hundreds of indigenous groups, including native groups from Malaysia's two states on the island of Borneo, bordering Indonesia. Islam is Malaysia's official religion, and all Malays are Muslim by law. About 61% of the country is Muslim, with Buddhism, Christianity, and Hinduism comprising most of the rest of the population. According to the CIA, Malaysia's diversity results in an unmistakable blend of religion, food, language, and culture. Number 9. Nobody knows when the next election is. Unlike in the US, Malaysian elections are not scheduled for a particular day, and it's anyone's guess exactly when the next one will occur. Malaysia's constitution mandates a federal election be held at least once every 5 years. But the Prime Minister can force an early election by dissolving the parliament at any time, effectively controlling which day the election falls. In 2013, the year of Malaysia's most recent election, many Malaysians feared Prime Minister Najib Razak would schedule the election on a holiday weekend, in an effort to repress turnout among supporters of the growing opposition coalition. That didn't end up being the case, although the ruling party still narrowly won in a contentious decision. The same political coalition has ruled Malaysia since its independence in 1957. Number 8. Penang is the street food capital of Asia. The Malaysian state of Penang, and particularly its capital Georgetown, is considered one of the best destinations for street food in Asia, if not the world. Take a stroll through Georgetown and you'll pass hundreds of hawker stalls offering everything from samosas to spicy noodle curry to sendal, a dessert made from sweet grass jelly and coconut milk. Penang cuisine is heavily influenced by the Babanyonya, a unique subgroup whose food is a hybrid of Chinese, Malay, Thai, and other Southeast Asian groups. Their signature dish is asam laksa, a bowl of silky rice noodles served in a sour, spicy, tamarind-based mackerel soup, and often topped with onion, pineapple, mint, ginger, and shrimp paste. Voters named the delicacy one of the 50 best foods in the world in a 2011 CNN Go poll. Number 7. The largest flower in the world grows in Malaysia. Malaysia's most famous plant is the rafflesia flower. With a bloom that can extend more than a yard in diameter, the rafflesia is the largest flower in the world. When blooming, the flower emits a putrid stench, giving rise to its nickname corpse flower. The odor attracts flies, who then transport the pollen. Rafflesia flowers generally grow in the rainforests of Borneo. Malaysia is one of 17 countries with megadiverse wildlife. Number 6. The king of the fruits grows there, but many can't stomach it. Durian is likely the most polarizing fruit on earth. It's known as the king of the fruits in Malaysia and other Southeast Asian countries, but its smell is so overwhelmingly pungent that it's banned from many Malaysian hotels. Food writer Richard Sterling described the odor as pig-s, turpentine, and onions, garnished with a gym sock. The tough, spiky husk must be skillfully sliced open with a sharp knife, revealing pods of mushy, custardy durian flesh. Its sweet and savory taste is a bizarre combination of pineapple, onions, caramel, almond, butter, and cheese. Your breath will smell as if you'd been French kissing your dead grandmother, Anthony Bourdain once said. Durian is certainly an acquired taste, and Malaysians take immense delight in watching foreigners take a bite for the first time. Number 5. The best badminton player in the world is Malaysian. Malaysian Lee Chong Wei has dominated the world badminton scene for the past 10 years. He's ranked number 1 in the world by the Badminton World Federation, and held the top spot for a mind-blowing 199 straight weeks between 2008 and 2012. Lee has won silver medals at the past 3 Olympic Games, falling twice to his rival Lin Dan of China. The Lee-Lin rivalry is considered one of the greatest rivalries in badminton history. Although soccer is the most popular sport in Malaysia, badminton is by far its most dominant. Badminton players have won 8 of the country's 11 Olympic medals all time. Number 4. You could be put to death for marijuana possession. Malaysia has some of the strictest drug penalties in the world, including a mandatory death sentence for the possession of high quantities of certain drugs. Per the Dangerous Drug Act, Malaysians will be put to death for possessing 15 grams of heroin and morphine, 1 kilogram of opium, 40 grams of cocaine, or 200 grams of marijuana. Number 3, it's home to a world-class budget airline. It may be expensive to fly to Southeast Asia from the US, but any seasoned traveler will tell you that once you get there, it's extremely cheap to get around. That's partially thanks to AirAsia, a budget airline headquartered in Kuala Lumpur. You can take one of AirAsia's distinctive red and white planes to more than 20 Asian countries, including tourist hotspots like Thailand, Vietnam, and Bali, often for less than $100 round trip. The airline ventures as far out as India, Saudi Arabia, and Australia. AirAsia has won the Skytrax Award for Best Low-Cost Airline 8 years in a row. Just be warned, the airline is budget in every way possible. Forget free checked bags and complimentary snacks and drinks. If you want to sit with friends or family, you'll have to pay to choose a seat. Expect to walk across the tarmac for a few minutes to reach your plane. And remember to print your boarding pass in advance, it will cost you a few bucks to print it at the counter. Number 2, the capital has 2 of the tallest skyscrapers in the world. Kuala Lumpur's skyline is dominated by the Petronas Towers, which at the time of their construction in 1998 were the tallest buildings in the world. Standing at a whopping 1,483 feet tall, the towers remain the tallest twin skyscrapers in the world. Tower 1 is occupied by Malaysian gas giant Petronas and some of its associate companies and subsidiaries. A number of other companies occupy Tower 2. Number 1, you need your passport to travel within the country. The 2 isolated states of Sabah and Sarawak on the island of Borneo have a slightly more autonomy than other Malaysian states. That results in a strange logistical quirk. If you're coming from mainland Malaysia, you need to go through immigration control and bring your passports or identity card, even for native Malaysians. Imagine needing a passport to travel from California to Hawaii. There's frequent talk of the 2 states seceding from Malaysia, but no action is expected anytime soon. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel.